Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the ongoing extension of the COVID-19 visa amnesty or visa waiver program. So, as we've noted in previous videos, there has been this automatic Thai visa extension starting March 26 for those whose visas expire. Specifically, let me be clear. The law is specific on tourist visas, visas exemption, and visas on arrival. And as I'll get into further detail, non-immigrant visas are something of a sticky wicket, if you will, when it comes to this new policy. But for those who are unaware, there was an amnesty program brought online. Those whose visas expired in those categories between March 26th and April 30th of 2020, they had their visas automatically initially extended up until April the 30th, and now an announcement has come down the pike wherein a further extension has been granted into July of 2020. So this is a rather prolonged amnesty that is going to provide people with, I think, some peace of mind on a practical level for the upcoming months. And I think July, with respect to this, is definitely where we're going to see the light, might be the wrong term, but light at the end of the tunnel with respect to at least the immigration side of this. So this video, though, is about non-immigrant visas. As I've gotten into in another video, the embassy letter extension, so people that expired prior to March 26 and got an embassy letter to extend their status, they seem to be treated qualitatively differently by some immigration offices, differently than tourist visas who, quote unquote, naturally expired within that window. Meanwhile, there's the non-immigrant cases. And non-immigrants are not tourist visas. And as we've gotten into in prior videos on this channel, different immigration offices seem to be taking a different approach with respect to non-immigrants. We recently contacted one of our contacts at Changwatana Immigration, somebody that we deal with. We don't have any, let me be clear, there's no special connections with anyone at the immigration office. I need to be clear with that. When we deal with, for example, U.S. immigration, people think I have some sort of special connection at the U.S. immigration, or excuse me, at the U.S. Embassy. I do not. We have professional, cordial relations with those folks, but it is professionally distant as well. They have an adjudicatory function that needs to be respected. It's the same at Thai immigration. We talk to them, we deal with them quite frequently with respect to our clients' cases, but we don't have any special pull or any special connections with those folks. That stated, we do contact them and deal with them quite frequently in multiple provinces, for that matter. Samut Prakan as well as here in Bangkok quite frequently, and from time to time Chonburi, depending on the case. So, but we've gotten to know people over the years we've been doing this. This company's been in existence, I think, over 11 years now, and we've been dealing with Thai immigration throughout that period. So over time you do make contacts, and we contacted one of our people down there, somebody we know, and said, hey, what's the situation with this and non-immigrant visas? And the information conveyed back to us is, look, non-immigrant visas don't qualify. That being said, they were very clear about the fact that everybody down there is dealing with this on a day-by-day basis, and they're doing the best that they can. These regulations came down suddenly. People need to understand that. I've seen a lot of consternation and, frankly, a lot of negative comments, both in the comments and emails, etc., that this should be more streamlined or something. Well, it didn't exist 2 weeks ago. So, or at least from the time of this video, it didn't exist 2 weeks ago. So everybody's doing the best that they can in order to get people into status. And I think Thai immigration, once they realized that this was an issue, they sprung to it and have dealt with it as best that they can. And the thing to take away from this video is the amnesty was designed for stranded tourists. That was the underlying policy. It's not really designed for people who are living in Thailand. Now, there could be people that spend a lot of time in Thailand that fell into tourist visa status and sort of, in a sense, were sort of fortunate to have fallen into the window and been granted an amnesty. But non-immigrants are not the people for whom this policy was made. It really, that's not who they were thinking of when they came up with this amnesty. So you need to understand the policy implications first. You need to understand who they designed this for. And again, different immigration offices are taking different approaches to adjudicating this. But the thing to take away from this video is we've been told non-immigrants do not qualify directly for this. So now is where we get into sort of a fork in the road with respect to the analysis. For those who are extending their visa status in Thailand based on a non-immigrant visa, so that's like an O visa, a B visa, ED visa, trying to think here, OA visa, retirement visa, M visa, I guess, media. Those folks who are in non-immigrant status looking to extend their status here in Thailand, those folks just keep doing what you're doing. If you've been in extension status for years and your extension happens to come up during this window, yeah, you need to keep extending. That's just what you need to deal with. The people who are falling into a bit of a problem or a seam, if you will, with respect to the policy behind this appear to me to be the folks that are in a one-year multiple entry non-immigrant visa. And frankly, a lot of our clients have used these. We've converted most of them, or the ones that it was relevant to, we've converted them over into extension status because failure to do so, it looks to us as though failure to do so can result in an overstay. And you may see the fines ultimately waived or something, but it's not a good idea to go into overstay for a variety of different reasons. Most notably, if you end up in what's considered to be an overstay and, for example, you interact with a Thai government official and they find this out, especially the police, you may be detained and you may ultimately be taken to immigration detention and detained for a prolonged period of time. So if you have a non-immigrant visa and you are able to extend your status, I urge you, do so at all costs if you can, because you're putting yourself in a qualitatively better position with respect to your immigration status in Thailand than allowing yourself to fall into overstay and hoping that this amnesty applies to you. It is not a foregone conclusion in our opinion that that is the case, and quite the opposite. It seems to be the policy that those type of visas are not covered by this amnesty. That being said, this situation continues to evolve, and we will continue to update this channel as we get further information. But for now, I think the thing to take away from this video is that non-immigrants need to be assiduous and need to be vigilant in maintaining their status, notwithstanding the provisions of this extended amnesty provided to what appears to me to be primarily for tourists in Thailand.